Hello. Sounds like you've had a
Hello.
fun day.
Jesus. Sure. A fun day, yeah.
It's like when I had exactly the same when I was trying to get back to the UK from New York last year, and like every step was like, okay, you need to fill in this form. Okay, so first time I was like, okay, fill in all the details, and then the second form, it's like, okay, you need to fill in this form. I think it's the same details, so like a little bit more grumpy, and then it's like you need to install an app. Okay, and then you need to put these details in the app, same details. And then I got home and they were like, you need to fill this form in. And it's the same details. So,
Yeah, so at least it's not only Italy.
It's not only Italy, no.
Jeez.
Cool. Welcome, everyone. So 24th of January. Let us begin. So there were no announcements this week, which is good, hopefully. So I'll dive into the discussion. So I just wanted to mention, I know we talk about it maybe around it or we kind of imply it, but I just wanted to kind of actually highlight this in case anyone wants to discuss it further as well, which is we've been kind of working for the past few years towards continuous deployment. We've been making auto deploys more frequent, and we've been kind of trying to take away the toil and things like that. We're probably actually not that far away from turning on full continuous deployment. I mean, I will expect it this year, but it might even be like early-ish this year. So what I wanted to say though is that kind of where that becomes significant is in weeks like last week, where we have lots of kind of stuff, should we politely say, going on. So I think just as a kind of to keep in mind, like as you're going through, like when we build new things or when we're dealing with any incidents or things come about, like wherever possible, try to avoid exceptions. That may mean in the short term we need to do more painful things. Like there may be like a quick fix that we could make right now and it would solve this one problem. But longer term, it's going to make it harder for us to automate stuff. So just to keep those things in mind, like if we get truly, truly stuck, we can do the short term and open an issue and handle the long term. But like wherever possible, let's try and like get release management tasks to be so boring. It's just hit a button and then there's no point hitting a button, right? A computer could make that absolute decision and just we can take our buttons away. So I just wanted to mention that because I know we kind of talk a little bit around it, but we perhaps haven't got that firmly stated in anything right now. Awesome. If there are no other questions there, I'll hand over to you, Robert.
Yeah, I'm just putting out a little call for help. If anybody has Elasticsearch, not even expertise, just any knowledge of Elasticsearch whatsoever, I would like to finally solve this stupid logging issue where we once logged a status message that was actually a code. So now it thinks every status type is an integer and it complains when we try to say like success or something like that. So short of just changing every single logging parameter in release tools, I'd like to just reindex it as a keyword or something like that. So if anybody knows Elasticsearch, that would be helpful.
I was reading the issue, but so are we still logging both numbers and text, or is it just strings now? At some point,
we change the
just
number
today, because we have a retention window, right? So we're not keeping logs forever. So do we still have numbers in the index?
No, but it doesn't seem to reindex after it. Like
it's forever. I think you have to destroy and rebuild the index.
Yeah, I believe so. So I don't know how to do that.
Neither do I. I mean, it should be. It's something. In theory, it's something you can do from the UI, but I don't think we have the permission level to do something like this. Because when I was doing the training, it was easy.
In the UI, but it wasn't. I'm afraid to touch it. So we'll see.
Try reaching out to Mikkel. He's somewhere in the EMEA time zone. I know he's got really good familiarity with Elasticsearch and how all this is set up. He might be able to help you out.
if he can't, then ask scalability as well, right? Because they do loads of stuff like this. And as our kind of buddy team, they are also there to help us. So they might be able to, they may have permissions and knowledge.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
Nice. Thanks, Robert. Like, appreciate you taking this one on. Taking one.
No, we've just been seeing these like complaints in the logs of like, this isn't working in Elasticsearch. And we're just like, yeah, move on. And I'd like to finally make it stop doing that.
Awesome. So I have just got one thing. So what I want to, so thanks Robert for putting the deployment blockers like comment in. So release managers, like, I'm hoping that we can sort of make this stuff async, kind of in line with my discussion item A. Like, it's pretty clunky and painful to have like a manual kind of dig through of like, here are all the pain points. So wherever possible, let's automate up this stuff as well. But one thing I was wondering about, so this week we are going to push ahead and try and get dev migrated to GCP. Ahmed's not on this call, but I'm sure, Myra, you'll be pleased to know about this one because it's super painful. I was a little nervous on Saturday hitting that publish button on the monthly release, as Ahmed and I looked at the bit where it's like picking up the tag from dev, and we were like, so it would be super great to get this fixed. Henry has started pulling this together. I should add a link. So there is a project plan in place, but I was wondering what would be the impact on other commitments if, say, Scalbeck, if we asked you and if we asked Graham to join in. Like, I know it hits on our other projects, but like, how much impact would that be if we kind of just redirected for this week?
I mean, for me, it's just the Redis work that I'm consuming. I don't think it'll be such a massive impact because it's still very much a learning and investigation process anyways. So I don't imagine the impact would be tremendously great. But that's just an imagination, and I live in a dream world.
Awesome, because I think overall, like, there may not be, I need to sync up with Henry. I'm not totally sure right now, this second, how many bits in parallel there can be. But I think wherever, like, if we can, I would actually quite like us to take a hit on the project. Like, I'm kind of fine with us pausing staging Canary and Redis and just getting this problem to go away, right? Because it's so painful.
I completely agree with you on that one.
And there may be bits we can keep going. Like, I know, Ruben, you're kind of working some issues. I know, Robert, you may have some capacity now you're out of release management. So, you know, it may be that we can do stuff. But I think I think it'd be worth anyone who can get hands-on with dev, let's do that so that we actually get out of this pain point. It looks like you had a super fun Friday, Robert, trying to get that incident mitigated.
Yeah, it was just like sitting there waiting for nothing to happen. Basically, it was just constant package problem.
Yeah, the one I watched this morning took over 2 hours to package. Just like, it was running, but it was just running immensely slowly. So, okay, cool. We have a dev performance channel, Slack channel as well, if anyone wants to follow along more closely, but I'll do some coordination in there. So we've got some async, and ask Graham as well to get involved. On the, hopefully Belu's suggestion will help you, Myra, but like, if we need to reduce the pipelines and actually scale back our ambitions of deploying like 5 times a day, then also let's do that, right? If it's less painful to just have one pipeline running in your time zone, but it means you don't get package collisions. I know Ahmad got hit by a couple this morning where the pipelines just take longer, right? So cool. Awesome. Okay, well, let's see if we can push that through. It would be super good if we could actually get that migration to happen this week, so that we don't have this hanging about. Awesome. Is there anything else that people want to mention on the recording?